How are we doing, guys? Welcome to the preview of the and welcome to the preview in the position 11, Arsenal versus Aston Villa. it's another game, another match day, match week 33. Let's get going. So as you all know, Sunday 4:30 on the Super Sunday, Arsenal will take on Aston Villa at the Emirates Stadium, the last game of the weekend in terms of the weekend's fixtures. Now this is these kind of stages of the season. Well, you look at it and you think, well, what do? Do you sit there and call ourselves favourites? Or do you sit there and call ourselves the chasers? I look at the fixtures that City and Liverpool have. City today, 3 o'clock, home to Luton. That's going to be a long day for Luton, I'll be honest with you. City win that one. And then we've got 2 o'clock tomorrow, Sunday. Before the Arsenal match, we have Liverpool versus Crystal Palace at Anfield. And I know you might sit there and think, oh, but Palace might have a chance because Atalanta won their midweek in the Europa League, blah, 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 blah. Atalanta are a completely different team to Crystal Palace, mate. Palace have no chance, which is why we have to take advantage of who we're playing, and we're playing lane against an Aston Villa side who, in my eyes, haven't been on the same form as they were since that visit to Old Trafford back in, when was it, December? They ain't been the same. 2-0 up and they concede 3. Rasmus Højlund getting the winner, of course. But I'm sitting there thinking, what the fuck have I done? They're in the top 4 race with them lot down the road. And as much as I want Villa to get top 4, I want them to lose this game. But I want them lot down the road to also lose today. They're playing Newcastle at 12:30. And I hope and pray to God that Tottenham lose and Newcastle win. But yeah, as I said, we just got to focus on our game, and we got to focus on beating Aston Villa and getting ourselves back to the top of the table again. You know, where we should be going into next weekend when we've got another important game away at Wolves. A preview for that one coming as well. But we need, but we do need to be mindful that we have the midweek fixtures, Bayern Munich away. Now that one's on Wednesday night. That one's going to be a really big game away at the Allianz Arena. I'll talk about that one in a preview. But for now, I'm here to speak about this game, and it's Aston Villa now. And I'm looking at Villa's last results. They ain't been great, if I'm quite honest with you. I mean, I ain't really been keeping an eye on them. The last time we played them, we lost 1-0 against them. 7th minute in, John McGinn scores and makes it 1-0 Villa, and it finishes like that. Honestly, we should have went out of there with a draw, a 1-1 draw. When Eddie Nketiah tapped it over the line, but yeah, listen, it is what it is, and there's not much we can really do now from a game that was back in December. So yeah, there's not much we can really do about that one. Times have changed since December. Of course, the team formation has changed and the player selections have changed, and yeah, that's more or less it really. But Aston Villa themselves, who was their last game against? They actually played in the Europa Conference League on Thursday night, winning 2-1 against Lille. Ollie Watkins scoring. It was a good finish from him, to be fair. The first goal, did he score the second goal? Someone scored the second goal, and then Lille scored one back. I think it was Jonathan David who fired them back into the game. And they went into that game with a full-strength side. Now is the fact how they might rest some players for this one, or they might have next Thursday in mind. I don't know. But just like every other team in the Premier League, they do have some threats you know, Ollie Watkins and Moussa Diaby, Leon Bailey. 3 quality players in my opinion. 3 absolute quality players. I'm hearing Matty Cash and Clement Longley are out for them, so that is alright news for us anyway. I don't really watch. I've watched more of Matty Cash than I have of Clement Longley. I remember his time at Demlot down the road last season. Didn't work out for him at all there, if I'm going honest with you. Like it works out for anyone at Tottenham, but yeah. Yeah. The team selection is going to be crucial. I think what Arteta goes with is going to be big. And with Wednesday in mind, would you want to give, you know, your players like Saka, you know, important players like at least 60, 70 minutes and take them off again? We should see what happens. Let's get into the predicted lineup. Starting in goal, David Raya, straightforward choice. Don't need to speak into it, and we move on. Into the back 4, left back. I feel for this game he's going to bring in Tomiyasu. I feel for this one, Tomiyasu is the more compliant one. I think give him 60, 70 odd minutes and then have him against Bayern Munich as well. I feel more comfortable with Tomiyasu in the side. He brings a lot of, you know, comfortableness to the team. He brings balance to the team as well. And sometimes just a bit of control, so I can't really complain about that. Tomiyasu starts. And then the other 3 are pretty obvious. We have Gabriel as a centre-back, straightforward choice. I'm hearing actually that he wasn't in training yesterday, which was pretty concerning news. Arteta said Arsenal do have another training session today there. So they will see if he's in the training session. If he's not, he won't be available for the game. So it's as simple as that. But Gabriel, for me, he starts. Next to him, William Saliba. Again, it's just a straightforward choice, you know. Rolls Royce of a defender, William Saliba. The partnership that him and Gabriel have created over the past season or 2 has been absolutely immense. Absolutely immense. Keep it going from now, next season, the season after. You know what I'm saying? Right back, Ben White, straightforward. Don't need to get into it. Ben White starts right back, straight, simple choice. Into the midfield now. This is where we could see a bit of rotation. I'm gonna stick with Jorginho in that holding midfield role. I think we need to bring a bit of control into the game. I think we need to control the game with a bit of flow, and the flow and the rhythm of the game. I think control it. Thomas Partey, he's just a bit off at the moment. He's still looking very shaky from that injury, and I think what I think he needs to do is have a long break. I just think, I know he's had a long break already, but like he needs to, for me, train by himself just to get that full fitness back up to him, because that ain't the Thomas Partey we saw at the start of the season, and that's a definite. But for this one, Jorginho starts again. Take him off with 20 minutes to go. Big on Partey. Save Jorginho for the Bayern game on Wednesday night. Not gonna complain about that one. In the more central role, more forward in the number 6 role, Declan Rice. Straightforward, Declan Rice starts this game. There was no questions about it. Into the attack now. I feel as if this is probably where there's a couple question marks, whether you want to see it or not. On the left, I'm gonna stick with Martinelli. I think for this one, he'll go with Martinelli. I was debating Trossard, but I said nah. I think save Trossard for Wednesday night. Start Trossard on Wednesday evening. For me, Trossard starts Wednesday evening. Martinelli can have this one. It's time to run at Ezri Konsa or whoever's going to be at their right back. So it's pretty evident now that Martinelli's going to be playing. Over on the right, Bukayo Saka. Again, straightforward. Give him about 60, 70 minutes. Take him off. Bring on Reece Nelson if you have to, and save Saka for that Munich game midweek. Through middle, Martin Odegaard, the captain. He'll walk the team out of the tunnel. Need a big performance from him. Got man of the match against Bayern Munich at home, so take that one all day long. But needs a big performance from him. and I think needs must from him. Up front as a striker, false nine, whatever you want to call it, Kai Havertz. I think that team alone is pretty much the strongest team we can possibly go with, and I think maybe bar Tomiyasu, it's more or less every single person I've included in the last 5 match previews. So yeah, that's the lineup I go with. That is the one I would play for this one anyway. Let me know what you lot think down below, if you agree or disagree. As I said, it's going to be a big game, but an important one as well. Of course, with Wednesday in mind, you want to think maybe you could bring the likes of Fabio Vieira in there, who could do with some minutes. Emil Smith-Rowe, Eddie Nketiah, players like them in general. Elneny and Cedric can fuck off. But players like Smith-Rowe, Vieira, Nelson, who don't really get chances, and Nketiah, you know what I'm saying? Maybe even give Alan Ramsdale a bit of minutes in this game, if you have to. But yeah, listen, that's it for the preview. Make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you lot soon. I'm out of here. Peace.